Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a favourites video. I have done a favourites video previously. I think it was my foundations, my 5 favourite foundations, and I really enjoyed filming that, so I thought it would be good to kind of give you guys an insight into what my favourite highlighters are. I was clearing out my makeup drawers the other day and I realised that I've got quite a few highlighters, so I thought why not share with you guys what my top 6 favourite are. I had to narrow them down because I had a few more, but I didn't want this video to be super long because I know that I can talk for ages and it takes me ages to edit videos when I speak because I can speak for hours. So I thought let me just narrow it down to 6. So yeah, if you guys want to see what my favourites were, do keep on watching. Also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which you can do so down below hitting the red button. I film every Sunday and I would really appreciate you guys support and joining my little family. Also I'll leave a link down to all of my social media, so my Snapchat and my Instagram, so you guys can keep updated on all of my social media. And let's get straight into the video. Okay, so to start off this video I'm going to be speaking about an oldie, but it's a goodie, and I know that everyone in the YouTube community has used it or has heard about it at least once, and that is Becca Opal. I absolutely love this highlighter. It's a beautiful kind of beigey tone. It's very subtle, very creamy. I think Becca did an amazing job with this highlighter. And I also wanted to show you guys Champagne Pop, which is also part of their highlighter range, but I don't know where mine is, and it's very well loved. But it's very similar to this one, just that it's more goldy. This is more neutral, more on the silver side, I will say. So it is quite universal, and I do think that a lot of skin types can use this. I think if you're quite fair, it will look quite subtle on you, and I think that this will look very silver. And if you are more on the ebony side, then I think that this will also show on your skin. I think that this will look amazing. It is very pigmented, so you will definitely get a colour show. I will leave a link down below to where you can get this product. I believe you can get it in Space NK, and you can also get it on the Sephora website. Obviously that does include shipping prices, but this is an amazing product. It's very buttery, very soft, and it slides onto your skin. I apply this with a brush. I think that's the best way to apply this product. Look how even on camera, just with one swipe, you can see that it's an amazing product. It's beautiful and it's very affordable in comparison to the next one I'm going to show you. Is one of my ultimate favorite. I would say that this is quite up there in my favorites. I mean, they're all my favorites, but if I had to pick 2 or 3, this would definitely be my number 2, I would say. And this is Laura Geller's Gilded Honey. Again, I know that this has been raved about a lot here on the YouTube space, but this is such a beautiful gold shade. If you have tan skin, this will make you look so beautiful, so bronzed. It is pigmented, but it's not super pigmented, so the coverage that you get is enough in my opinion, and it is buildable, so it's not as pigmented as Opal by Becca, for example, which is very extreme. So let me just show you guys. Okay, and that was quite a harsh swipe, so it is very gold in comparison to Opal. So this is Gilded Honey and here's Opal. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's very gold. If you are fair, I do think that you should use this very lightly because it can come out really strong and really gold if you layer it too much. And if you are of an ebony complexion or tan skin, you can build this up and you can use it as much as you want. Of course, it's a highlighter, so you can build it up to your own preference. I usually use this again with a brush, and I just place it on the highest points of my cheeks, and it comes out so beautiful. And I did film this entire look, so I'll leave a link down below so you guys can see that. But I'm wearing it today on top of another highlighter that I'll show you guys in a minute, and it gives such a beautiful glow. It's not too much, it's not overpowering, and I do think that this can be used on a day-to-day basis in comparison to Opal, which I think is too harsh for during the day. Unless you like that very extreme highlighter, then, you know, by all means go do your thing. I'm not here to judge, but personally I think that for a day-to-day highlighter, if you like something a bit more subtle, then I think this is absolutely amazing, and I think it's a beautiful gold shade. Okay, next I'm going to show you guys what I used to mix in with Gilded Honey for this look, and it's my newest highlighter, and guys, I love this so much. I used it in I've used it in my previous 2 videos, I believe, so I'll leave them all listed down below. All of the videos that I mentioned in today and all of the looks I'm mentioning today that I have filmed, I'll leave them all linked down below in the order that I'm mentioning it, so that you don't get confused and you know what I'm talking about. But it is this one. This is by Dior. This is the Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer in 001. So let me just give you a bit of a background story on why I purchased this highlighter. So I saw a few reviews on it and I wasn't quite sure that it would work well on my skin type, because a lot of the reviews that I did see were on fair skin girls and it looked amazing on them, and I thought, okay, so it does work on lighter skin tones, but will it work on my skin tone? And that was a real issue that I had. So I found one review and it was on a girl that kind of had my skin complexion and it looked beautiful. So I thought, let me go into the store and try it out. So I swatched it in store and it looks absolutely amazing. No word of a lie, guys. Look, this is it. It says nude on it, and well, mine's been used so you can't really tell as much now, but it's such a beautiful kind of, it's not gold but it's not silver, it's kind of in between. It's kind of similar to Champagne Pop by Becca. It's very similar to that, but this is much more lighter and it's very finely milled in comparison to Champagne Pop. I think the powder is much more thicker. I think this is more finely milled and it's very, very light. So let me just swatch that for you. Look at that. I think it's such a beautiful colour. Again, it's very universal, so this can be used on a lot of skin tones, but I do think that if you are more on the ebony side and less on the kind of tan side, then I don't think that this will show up on your skin, if I'm truly honest with you. I think that this will look maybe nice as like an eyeshadow base, or maybe as a subtle, very, very subtle highlight, but I don't think that for the price you would want something like that. If I do want it to be a bit more intense, a bit more, you know, wow, then I do have to kind of build it up, and that's why I kind of mixed it today with the other one, because I wanted it to show a bit more. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful colour and I love it and I don't regret purchasing it at all, but it is more subtle than all of the other highlighters that I have. It's more for those of you guys that like that kind of makeup, no makeup look, or even if you're not wearing any makeup and you're kind of just wearing mascara and you just want to add a bit of glow to your cheeks, then I think this will work perfectly, because it's not very overpowering. It is very subtle, so it won't look like a highlighter, it will look like your skin. So that's my opinion on this highlighter. Okay, so talking about my Ebony Beauties, I thought that I would include a highlighter that will definitely suit all of you guys, and that is by Anastasia at Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Peach Nectar and it's one of their highlighters, and I absolutely love this highlighter. Mine's broken, so I'm going to try to be a bit careful, but this is more of a peach shade, it's more orangey than all of the other highlighters that I have, as you can see. So this specific highlighter was made towards darker skin complexions, and I think Anastasia did an amazing job on this highlighter. It does look different on the skin, so it doesn't come out really peachy and really orangey, so that's not something that you need to worry about, but it does give you that glow and that kind of bronzy look that you're going for. If you're more fair toned, then you can definitely use this, but I wouldn't say use this as a highlighter. I would say you can use this more as a peach blush. This will look beautiful on the apples of your cheeks, but not so much as a highlighter. However, if you are of darker complexion, then this will look amazing on you as a highlighter. It's very subtle, but it's also very buildable, and it does not create texture on your cheekbones. It slides onto your skin like butter and does not make you look powdery at all. So if you guys want to try something different, then I do think you should give this a go, because it's such a beautiful shade and very different to all of the highlighters that are out there, in my opinion, because you don't really find a peachy toned highlighter. All of the highlighters in the market at the moment are either very gold or very silver, but this is more peach toned and it's such a beautiful shade. Next, I want to show you guys another product which is more on the higher end, and this is my Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow palette. I know you guys have seen me use this so many times, and I think I've probably mentioned it in a favorite videos before, so I'll leave that down below. And this is my second palette because I love this so much. So it comes with two different shades. It comes with the bronzing shade and then it comes with the highlighter. Now the highlighter is more neutral, it's more cool toned, it's a very muted gold. So let me just swatch that for you. So it's very muted, very light gold, silver tints when you move side to side, which is beautiful. Of course, that's something that we all like. We all want to kind of glow, and this is something that definitely does that. It is quite powdery, but however, it really does clench well to the skin without giving you texture. Once again, none of us want highlighters to highlight our imperfections. We want them to kind of make our skin look glowy and shiny, and I think this definitely does that. I do think that this is a universal shade. I think that this will look lovely on lighter complexions and also on darker complexions. Charlotte Tilbury have another one that's made for darker complexions, so they have kind of varied it now. They have this one and they have that one. I haven't tried the other one out, but I have seen it in store, and it's also very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter that I showed you. It's kind of that colour. It's a bit peachy and a bit orangey, so I know that that would definitely look amazing on all of you ebony beauties. Finally, I couldn't do a highlighter video without sharing this one with you, and this is the Balm's Merry Luminizer, and this is such a beautiful, if I can open it. Okay, this is very light, so lightest shades I will say that I have, and it's such a nice kind of goldy colour. It's very warm. It's not as light as, for example, the Charlotte Tilbury one, which is not as warm. This is a much more on the warmer side of the spectrum when it comes to highlighters, and it's very pigmented. This is very thinly milled, so it does kind of feel like a cream. I know that that kind of sounds a bit odd, but when you put your finger in it, it feels very creamy and very buttery, and that's because it's very thinly milled. This is very universal once again, and it works beautiful on all skin tones, and it does not show texture on your skin. That is something that I rave about in all of these highlighters, because it's very important to pick highlighters that are firstly not going to be blotchy and not going to leave your skin looking patchy and ruin all of the hard work that you've done with your concealer and your foundation and so on. Secondly, that it's not too overpowering, because you don't want a highlighter that kind of overpowers your makeup look, because in my opinion that is not cute. Thirdly, you don't want a highlighter that is going to melt off your face and it's going to make you look oily. That is not something that you want when it comes to a highlighter. Fourthly, you don't want a highlighter that shows all of your imperfections, because that is not cute. No one wants to be walking around with a spot on their cheek and then putting on a highlighter on top for that to kind of make it pop up more. No, that's not cute. You can get this online, and you can also get this in store in Topshop in Oxford Street. They sell the Balm cosmetics there. So if you guys live in the UK, then I do suggest you going down to Topshop and picking this up. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what my favourite highlighters are. I love this kind of videos. I think they're so helpful and they give you more of an understanding of what you should buy, because I know that highlighters are quite expensive. If you guys love these type of videos, do let me know down below. I'll be more than happy to do any other type of reviews, so concealers or liquid lipsticks, anything you guys want to see, let me know down below, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye!